Akioi listeners, let's learn sumo. Welcome to the podcast. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram or X at Let's Learn Sumo. Welcome to the apparently quiet period between Bashos, March and May. The Jungyo just finished with Ozeki Kotonowaka winning the regional tour in a bout against Toshori. You might find that on X if you have a look around. It was a pretty short match. News after the March Basho that Kotonowaka will change his ring name or his shikona to Kotozakura starting on the May tournament. He's been using his father's shikona of Kotonowaka and he's going to change to his grandfather's shikona of Kotozakura coming in May to honour his grandfather as an Ozeki. Hokuseiho and the Hakuho bullying scandal. News is that the Miyagino stable has now been closed and all of the wrestlers, albeit temporarily at this stage, by all reports, they've all moved to the Isagahama stable. Look, apparently the living conditions there are not the greatest. They've apparently only got 2 showers to share amongst a lot of people. They all now sleep on the floor in one of the basements in the second building that's owned by the Oyakata. There've already been a few retirements in the interim, and whether that's because of the new situation or the previous situation that they are unhappy with is unknown. What is known is that the Isagahama Oyakata is a strict and demanding master, and of course he's a very successful Oyakata, having many fine wrestlers in his stable, including the current Yokozuna Terunofuji, Midori Fuji. There are a whole host of great wrestlers. Look, Hakuoho now joins that stable as a member of Miyagino, and Hakuho, the Oyakata Miyagino, he's now at the stable learning as an assistant, primarily to learn, hopefully to reopen his stable at some point in future if he can prove to the JSA that he is ready to manage his people instead of being just a part-time Oyakata. Look, unfortunately, there's no word on Hokuseiho. We hope that he's finding a new path in life, as I've said previously. Sad news that former Yokozuna Akebono has passed away recently at the age 54. Look, I'll release a little episode on Akebono as well, and we'll just have a quick look at his history in sumo, why he was so special. The May tournament is in a few weeks now, and we await the Banzuke to be released in the next week or so. Look, we would expect Terunofuji will appear. He appeared at the Jungyo to perform the ceremony, even had his little 18-month-old there, who's about the size of a komusubi at this stage. He's huge. Terunofuji has been training with Kirishima. I think Terunofuji has a responsibility to try and bring another Yokozuna on as well, being the only Yokozuna. And it's clear that he's looking for someone to replace him sooner rather than later as he approaches the end of his career. He's obviously looking for that 10th Yusho win. He will appear at the top of the Banzuke, as always, as Yokozunas do not get demoted. Takakeisho, he has his recurring neck injury. He made Kachikoshi and escaped Karaban status in March. There's no word on any injury status or how he's training at the moment. Kirishima, who was 5-10, an awful March tournament. He will be Karaban Ozeki, looking for 8 wins to keep his Ozeki rank in May. One would hope that he gets his mojo back because it was gone completely in Osaka. Daisho, 6-9. Look, he made a Makikoshi, his first one in a long time. That will likely see him return to Magashira 1, as Wakamoto Haru did in the January tournament after he got a 6-9 in November. I have no doubt that Daisho will return to Sekiwake with a good May outing. That is almost guaranteed. He is a good wrestler. Wakamoto Haru, 9-6 in March. He'll likely be joined at Sekiwake by Abi, who also made a Kachikoshi at Komusubi at 9-6. Look, that's not a done deal, but I would think that Abi probably deserves a go at Sekiwake, having got a decent Kachikoshi at Komusubi. Now remember, there's only 2 Komusubi spots. Nishikigi, who's the other Komusubi, had a shocker at 3-12, and he'll drop a few places back into Magashira. I would think that Asanayama on a 9-6 Kachikoshi will rise from Maegashira 1 to Komusubi. And I would think, look, there's a chance that he'll be joined by Atami Fuji, our little atomic Atami. If the committee is feeling generous, he made a Kachikoshi 8-7. They make some funny decisions sometimes, and I can't see why he wouldn't go up. There's not really anyone else in front of him. Our Yusho winner from March, Takeda Fuji, he will likely rise from Maegashira 17, but where will he go to? Look, there is a bit of precedence. Tohoshoryu rose to Maegashira 2 on the back of a Yusho. Teruta Fuji rose to Maegashira 1 on the back of a Yusho 13-2 years ago. I would think that we'll look at Takeda Fuji will probably rise to Maegashira 1 on the back of his Yusho win. I would think at least Maegashira 1 or 2. I don't see too many people in front of him other than Onosato, who finished at 11-4. So I would think that Onosato and Takeda Fuji will be our Maegashira 1 holders. Certainly jumping Gonayama and Takayasu. I think at Maegashira 2 we'll see Gonayama and maybe Hirodoumi at 9-6 from Osaka. Maegashira 3, both Maegashira 8s from Maegashira 8 Onosho 9-6 and Takayasu 11-4 will likely rise above the rest to Maegashira 3. Ura from Maegashira 1 will take a drop, probably down to Maegashira 4-ish, and Meisei also on a 6 and 9 from Maegashira 2. He'll probably drop down to Maegashira 4 as well. Maegashira 5, Oho might be lucky to hold station there, but he may get jumped by someone else, dropping at a 7 and 8. Kota Shoho made a 8-7 Kachikoshi at Maegashira 9, so he might get a bigger promotion than he thought he would otherwise get. Down the ranks, those also looking for promotion include Shodai at Maegashira 10 on an 8-7, Mitakayumi on 9-6 at Maegashira 10. Both those guys will probably come up a couple of ranks. Sadanumi at Maegashira 11 got a basic Kachikoshi at 8-7. Shonanumi 9-6. At Maegashira 12, and Nishiki Fuji finally found a Kachikoshi at Maegashira 14 and 8-7. If anyone needed one, he did. Next tournament, it'll be interesting to see if our Sanyaku can come out firing after their very poor March showing. A new champ, Takeda Fuji, will be looking to back up his big March tournament and Yusho win. Questions: will Kirishima get over his Karaban status to keep Ozeki? And will we see our Yokozuna Terunofuji not only compete, but compete for the entire tournament and compete for the win? It'll be fascinating. I hope you can join me. I may also be doing a live commentary at least one night of the tournament, so I'll let you all know when and if that happens. And where you can find me. Some fellow sumo people run a live stream, a little bit casual, so should be some good fun. Join me again soon, everyone. Hakioi listeners, let's learn sumo.